On to you, Gemini. So for you, Geminis, you have the Nine of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Moon card. Okay, so someone seems to be very confident. Uh, Someone that you Geminis may have been getting to know was very confident about you, about having you Geminis around, and they thought that they would have you around for the long haul, the long term. And the Page of Wands and the Tower represents that wasn't the case. You Geminis threw them for another loop, because with the spiritual journey that you Geminis were on, right, and still on, learning how to be more intellectually honest with yourselves, a lot of you Geminis started kind of spring cleaning people out, even in the winter time, back then, right? And so, because of that, right, because of that fact, you Geminis decided that, you were going to get rid of them, because you're not holding hostages, like you're not holding people who don't do right by you. You're not holding people that waste your time, don't do right by you, are just obtuse, combative, angry all the time, right? Every time that you interact with them, it's what it sounds like. It's obtuse. It's not congruent. It's not like it's not congruent. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, you interact with someone and you show them kindness and they show you kindness and respect back, right? You show them kindness and respect, they show you kindness and respect. It's, you show them kindness and respect and they yelling, they angry, they throwing little slick disses at you. It's like, yo, like, what is going on with all of that? Like, what is all of that for? What is the point of all of that? You know what I'm saying? And then, like, if you say anything to them, if you start getting at them or whatnot, now it's like they low key crying, and it's like, yo, this is absolutely pathetic. This is it, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like a clown show. Like, what am like you looking at, you like, what am I watching? Like, this person just burst into tears. Like, what am I watching? Like, like, how pathetic does a person? So that's the type of time that they on. I'm not saying that they're bursting into tears, but what I'm saying is there's this shock of you Geminis not being around and how it's hitting home for them, right? It's like, oh, you Geminis actually are serious about this spring cleaning, this spiritual, this change that has occurred in you Geminis. A lot of people, it's unpredictable, right? It's mercurial, right? It's mercurial. It's totally unpredictable. People can't predict how come you Geminis have turned the corner? What made you Geminis turn around or make the change more accurately the way that you have? And so there's a lot of like wondering on other people's parts. How come you Geminis have changed so much? And the truth is, the Page of Wands and the Tower card, it's something that more than likely was going to happen because of the overall like the overall way that how things were, right? The fact that like things essentially were gonna happen that way because the way that they were interacting with you, versus the way that you were interacting with them, you Geminis were ultimately taking note of that stuff, and you didn't like how things were. You didn't like how things were happening. You didn't like the fact that, the person ultimately was just, like how you treat others versus how other people treat you. And that's one thing that a lot of you Geminis just kind of like, it started bothering you more as you got older, because like A lot of people talk about their age, and the thing about it is that it's not fatigue per se. What it is it's the fact that it's bland. It's the fact that there's never a reward at the end of what you experience. It's like it's like you see it when you're young, and it's like you come up in the game and you see people playing games with you for 20, 30 years, and you're like, yo, when are these people gonna stop playing, bro? Like it's been 30 years. Like generations have been born. Like when is this gonna stop? And then the realization that people are so caught up with this unnecessary adoration and admiration and all this stuff, to the point where you realize somewhere along those lines it's not gonna change. It's not going to change. There's going to be some sort of dysfunction where it doesn't matter how old you get. It doesn't matter how much time goes by. People, it's the same old adage. And so you Geminis just got fed up with that, right? So you just started to speed the process up. How we speed things up is to get rid of dysfunctional people out of our lives. And you set the standard for yourself and go, look, if you're not real, you're not going to be in my life for a long time. So everybody better come correct, or not at all. I'm giving y'all a warning. Please watch this video all the way through. It definitely does help the channel. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 20,100 and change. Smash the subscribe button, like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. The Eight of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Swords right here speaks to how, so you Geminis are simply off to find better quality people. People that you get along with. People, and if not, then you will remain a lone wolf until then. But you're not going down in lifestyle. You Geminis are going up. What's the point of hanging out with friends that they betray you every 3 days, right? You can time it. You can go, okay, today they're going to betray me. So since today is Friday, that means that they're going to be good all the way up until Thursday. And then since today is Monday, right? They're going to be good all the way up until Friday, right? Friday is when they're going to change. They while out one day, then they good for 3 days, and then after the 3 days, they wild out. Okay, so today is Monday, they're gonna wild out today. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they're gonna be all good. Then Friday coming, then they're gonna go ahead and wild out again. Right? And so because of that, you Geminis, you see that, like, oh, okay, they on that type of time. They on that type of time. So the thing is that the Ten of Swords speaks to how you don't want to deal with that. They want to get back in your life, but it's infantile, because it's like, for what? What do they want so much into your life for? For what? For them to do the same circuitous sequence of events over and over and over and over and over again? The Ten of Swords and the Knight of Swords speaks to how, no, you Geminis aren't going. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords. Ace of Cups, Eight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Temperance, right? Your opposite sign in Sagittarius. So these two cards to tell you what it means. You Geminis just see it, and you're just not going, like I said. You realize that this was a mistake. You Geminis understand that you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have been so tolerant, but you didn't know that that people never change, right? And that's one of the things of what happens when you have terrible older people who not really putting you onto the game as a youngster, so that way you can speed the process up. Because if we had older people putting us on game, look, they never gonna stop the nonsense. They're gonna waste your time forever. It's never gonna happen, right? And the reason why is because of this. Us as young adults coming up, or teenagers becoming young adults, we will realize, like, oh, okay, This is what it is. Oh, okay, we need to, oh, okay, this is what's happening here. Okay, let me stop hanging out with them. And we would save ourselves so much time because we would know what's going on and we would know why it's happening to give us that closure. But you have these goofy, stupid adults telling you to essentially trying to throw you into the same nonsensical bag of, oh yeah, what do people like? They like money. They like money. I got told that when I was younger. And I was like, how does me having money have to do with people liking me? And if a person can make such a flip where they treat me like this, but then I got money and then they instantly act with me differently, why would I want them around? And I was just thinking that to myself, like, why would I even want that around me? But I had so many goofy adults telling me that nonsense when I was younger. But I wouldn't listen to that all the way. I would half listen to it. The Ace of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles speaks to how, and so this is the same thing that they have to learn too. They either got to get right or get lost, pretty much. Nine of Pentacles, you Geminis are still doing your thing. You still focusing on your goals. You know, you're just laying low with it. You're not really being conspicuous and being loud about it. You know, the Eight of Pentacles and the Temperance, you know, you forgive them. You're just not hanging around them. Five of Pentacles, yeah, you're here with it. Your life is great. You Geminis don't have to deal with that. You know, you Geminis don't have to deal with their nonsense. You don't have to deal with that. You know, they got to deal with the consequences of their actions. Let's clarify the Hierophant. King of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Two of Cups, and then you have the Magician. So, sorry, I was reading a note. So, okay, to clarify the Hierophant. So, the King of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands speaks to how you Geminis ultimately, right? Again, because this is something that you planned. You know, you Geminis been wanting more for a very long time. Acted on it. Now things are going your way. And it's not something that you Geminis have to talk about, really. You know, yes, things are going your way. Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Things are going your way. But it's not something that you have to talk about. Not saying that if you don't want to, you couldn't. But I'm saying that, you know, things are going quite well. And so, you know, a lot of you Geminis just know what it is, right? Like, don't talk too much about it because you don't want people to get envious of you, pretty much. You know, you don't want people to know where everything is and just know too much of your business. And a lot of you Geminis, right, the Hierophant represents that. The Hierophant represents prudence, right? Silence, you know, being bashful, not being so brash and talking so much, right? Remember, the Hierophant is Sagittarius and Taurus is the zodiac sign of silence. So a lot of you Geminis just understand the power in the silence. And the Two of Cups and the Magician is about, again, this is not your first rodeo. Like, you've been here before, right? You know what it's like when, you know, when you Geminis, you talking too much and things don't necessarily work out for you. And so there's a sense of you Geminis wanting things to be as peaceful and as quiet as possible. But that's pretty much it, though. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Oh yeah, there's a Linktree link in the comment section below, just in case if you Geminis want to come through and get a personal reading from me. I keep the channel going, all that good stuff. You know, if you need any kind of help with what you got going on, appreciate it if you came through. It's a Linktree link in the comment section. It should be the pin comment though. Appreciate you. Peace.